What if sovereignty doesn't look like a crown at all, or even a throne? What if being the sovereign architect of your life means ruling from a blueprint no one else can even see? Imagine that.
Hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are doing well. I'm so happy that you are here. Just come on in, kick off your shoes, get comfortable. I just poured my cup of tea and I realized how much we really need to talk. I've been watching you lately, and real, you've been looking like a million bucks. Go ahead and get it, sis. All on the outside. But as usual, mm, I feel it. I truly feel it. You're running on fumes. And I know that personally. So this is why I can call it out for you. You're like a tenant in your own life. You paying rent and stress to a job that doesn't even align with your soul. And sisters out there who, you left that W-2 and you building your own, like, take a look in the mirror. Did you really build what you expected to build? Or are you too paying rent and stress in a business that you almost just duplicated as your career? I want us to be honest with ourselves. And I want us to diagnose this real quick because we need to ensure that we here to do the things that we're here to do. Stress can't own our lives. It just can't. So I just need you to rock with me today because I've been in real deep thought about this. So pause. Give me a little leeway because I'm going to say some things that like, what is she talking about today? So just give me a little leeway. Imagine, imagine for a second that your brain is like a seesaw. Yeah, for those of you out there that call it teeter-totter, call it teeter-totter, but I call it a seesaw. But imagine that your brain is like a seesaw. On one side, you have what I call the demolition crew. On the other side, you have what I call sage. So let's talk about the demolition crew real quick. These are those loud voices, the ones that you're like, yo, where did you get that from? But think of a construction site. You know how they loud? They real loud? Think of them like that. The demolition crew on this side of the seesaw is out there telling you things like you aren't doing enough. You're not enough. That everything is a crisis. Or giving you all the opinions about yourself, about others, about circumstances. This crew lives in the survive part of your brain. That's what I said, the survive part of your brain. So that's one side of the seesaw. On the other side, I told you was sage. Now that's the real you, sis. That's sage. She is calm. She is wise. She knows exactly what to do. She's in thrive mode. Survive, thrive, we've heard it. But have we really dug in and talked about it? Because right now, that seesaw, that seesaw is stuck and it's stuck in survive mode. That we don't need. That survive side. Now, don't get me wrong. This demolition crew, man, they came about as a protection mechanism. But right now, they're acting the plumb fool. And this is what you need to know to move forward from their actions, or better yet, their reactions. So there are two things. I put up three fingers. Two things that we need to do to take care of ourselves to manually transition from that survive to thrive mode. The first is what I call fix the wiring. We'll get into that because that's that internal work. And second is the strategic pause. We talked about that maybe episode 2 or 3. We talked about the strategic pause. But today I'm going to share with you two ways in which I use pause intentionally. And I'm offering this to you because it's been a powerful shift for me. Sharing is caring. So let's go into fixing the wiring. Because we're not, I want to be clear, we're not going into just, ooh, try harder. Nah, that's what got you tired in the first place. And to tell you the truth, I hate when people boil down what's happening within us to the narrative that we aren't trying hard enough. Time out. It's not about that. And I know I can go on a tangent when it comes to people telling me to try harder, but we're not going to do that today. We're not going to do that today. That's another time. But we're going to go into this fix the wiring using something called positive intelligence. I haven't shared that with you yet. But in 2025, I became a PQ coach. That's right. I'm a PQ coach, proud PQ coach. And using positive intelligence, we're going to fix the wiring in 3 ways. So by number 1, first we got to catch the noise. We got to even know that it's happening. The second you feel oh my gosh, I'm not getting this done. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling stress. Or you recognize that, yo, why am I not taking this action? Why am I avoiding doing this? You may not know that language, but you feel it like I'm doing everything else except for the thing I'm supposed to be doing. You know those moments. I just here to tell you that that's the demolition crew acting up. Acting up. And in PQ, they're called saboteurs. So I had to learn this new language because saboteurs, who's sabotaging me? Like, you check that real quick because it's like that. I don't live in that world. But that's exactly what's happening. And now we got language for it. And with that language, and once we're able to stop, like, yo, what's happening? Catch it in action. Then we can do something about it. And one of the ways we do something about it, the second way to fix the wiring, is brain push-ups. Yeah, that's what I call it, brain push-up. Maybe there's some curls, whatever. It's exercising. It's reps. We're putting in the reps. And in positive intelligence language, that's called a PQ rep. So I'm like, oh, okay, there's a way to exercise it. Because I know when you're at the gym and you work those muscles, they got to tear and then they repair and then they're stronger. That's the same thing we got to do here with this noise. We got to stop it and we got to put in the reps. So it's something that comes natural to us. So with PQ reps, that allows us to tilt that seesaw from survive to thrive, but allows us to do so manually. Here's an example of a way to do it. So let's just take 10 seconds, a few seconds to just get in zone. So I'm going to ask you all out there who can to close their eyes. So drivers, please don't close your eyes, but to close their eyes and take a few deep breaths. Breathe out. Now breathe in. Imagine, even with simple breath work, catching it action actually helps trigger that sage side of our brain. Now, you can also take other actions while you're breathing deeply. For example, you can rub 2 fingers together and do so deeply so that you can feel the ridges between the fingers. And just that sensation of touch can ignite the sage side of our brain. Or for those of you who are driving and can't close your eyes, it's okay. Maybe you can just listen. Listen for the furthest sound that you can hear and hold on to that for 10 seconds. Also triggers the sage side of our brain. But now that we're now in this calm zone, I don't know if you noticed, my voice already has gone a different octave as a result of just taking that pause to breathe, is when we can go into step number 3. And that's choosing your move. Once you're calm and you act from a sage place, your sage powers, you have the ability to, 1, be kinder to yourself. You have the opportunity to, instead of avoiding that next step, just take 1 step towards the thing that you're supposed to do, that brave step. You're taking action. And there's just so much more. But that was just a few things to share with you today because this stress is real. And fixing the wiring It's one of those ways in which it can help us no longer live or take claim to that place. The second thing that I shared with you that I want us to talk about is taking the deed back. Like, let's own our time, own it. And by doing so, taking a strategic pause. We talked about the strategic pause. I think I just shared, right? Like episode 2. But now let's make it stick because we can't keep running on this stress thing 24/7. You need to let the foundation set. You need to let the concrete cure. So it's about the way I've implemented strategic pause is I've now chosen specific days to just stop. Now, that doesn't mean you sleeping unless that's what you need to do, but it's choosing to spend your time the way that you need to with intention. For example, I started this last year and it's been powerful. I take an admin day. Yeah, to handle the ish that I don't want to do all the time. But it allows me to confine it into a dedicated space and time and knock it out. So on my day, I take care of the bills, I assess the financials, I may take care of emails I haven't gotten to. I clear the mess. I like clean up my file structure in my Google Workspace. All of that so it just doesn't leak into my piece later. Because you know that stuff catches up to you. So let's just get it and knock it out. Powerful, powerful use of my time because I've set it aside, I've blocked it out. Nothing else is scheduled for that moment. Then, then, oh, my new day, one of my new days, because there's others I could share with you later, but one of my new days is called my sanctuary day. That's right. It's a big one. It's the day for strategic nothingness. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I mean, no phone. I mean, no goals. I mean, no hustle. Nothing. It is my ability to till the soil for the real architect to come out and actually breathe. Because we going, 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 going. Work, 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 school, 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 going, going, going. But actually to be able to just pause and breathe and schedule it, set it as such. Nothing. It's been powerful. Now, I know some of you on the line like, what are you talking about? When do you have a day? A day? Yes, I stay claim to it. But I know that's not possible for everybody. So if you can schedule 4 hours, schedule the 4 hours. If you can schedule 2 hours, schedule the 2 hours. I just want to tell you a little secret, especially for the W-2 folks out there. If you need to take time off for an appointment or something else, up to 2 hours, you don't have to claim PTO. This is the same kind of wellness that you need to decrease the stress in your life. So as far as I'm concerned, that keeps you out of doctor's appointments. Now, I'm no medical expert. Don't claim to be at all. And this is no substitution for medical or mental advice. I'm just sharing with you what works for me. So that's what I'm saying. Just saying. I want you to be able to move from just renting space in a stressful life to owning the deed to your time. And this is what I'm offering. If you want to learn more, holla. If you want to know which saboteurs are showing up specifically for you, yo, let me know. I'm happy to introduce you to what is out there, which is the saboteur assessment. So in the show notes, you can sign up for my weekly assessment push. I send assessments out every Friday. Yo, be on the next list. Share your email and we'll get that to you. Much love, much appreciation for sharing this time with me. I know there's other places that you can be, or other folks you can be listening to. But as always, the kettle is on. Let's get to work. Have a question you want me to deconstruct at the drafting table? Go to asktiana.online/ask and leave me a voice note. Thank you so much for joining me at the drafting table. Remember, this is more than a podcast. It's a community of architects, and we are all building together. So you do not have to build alone. Until next time, keep building.